Hey, what's up, y'all? So, I wanted to make a video about something, maybe about gathering, right? So, earlier today, we were celebrating something in church called Tu Boishet, right? So, New Year of the Trees, and as we were worshiping, I looked down and I saw the word gather. And right now in the world, it's not a very suggested thing to do to gather, right? Because of COVID. But yet, it seems like those who can, whether in person or virtually, are the ones who are the most powerful. So it just seems odd to me that there would be some sort of resistance to gathering. Like the government says, don't gather. COVID, right? It's around everywhere. It's starting to lessen, but especially when it was very strong. Don't gather, don't gather. But it seems like I said, the people that are gathering have the most strength. We see the movement on Twitter, right, with Trump and everything and his following. And what did Twitter do? What did they do? They stopped his gathering. They removed him. They deplatformed him, right? And what's with the church? The church is like, oh, you can't meet, you can't gather. It's like the world is coming against the church, the righteous force in the earth, right? It's divide and conquer. A house divided against itself cannot stand, right? And I why I'm making this video, I think, because also yesterday or today, really, Robinhood limited the ability for people to buy certain stocks, and because it's causing so much problems with big hedge funds, and people are losing millions and billions of dollars, and the little guy is making money. But how are they making money? Because they're uniting, they're teaming up, and they're short squeezing the hedge funds, and this upsets the status quo, and something needs to be done. So what did they do? They started restricting all these stocks. They started, so they haven't banned these groups like Reddit, right, or even deplatform, but their ability to band together and unite together through buying stocks and short squeezing the big guy, right, has been hampered today. And so the word that just keeps on playing in my head, aside from gather, is that right now the world is at war. And so you shouldn't be surprised by anything that happens, from Trump being deplatformed to GameStop being restricted on Robinhood, to churches being forced to not allow members to gather except virtually. But again, gather can also, how did the people unite? They united on Reddit, right? So it's social media. So they didn't necessarily meet together. So it's not necessarily a physical uniting, but it's a unity. It's divide and conquer, right? So when I say that the world is at war, and just not to be surprised by anything that's going on, and whatever you experience financially, you know, just don't be surprised because everyone is fighting everyone. It's almost like even what do they all do? Big tech, Democrats, and the media, right? They united against Donald Trump, right? They gathered against him. And okay, so for a moment, he's been silenced. But, just give it some time. This is, like I said, this is war. You know, this is, I'm not talking about an uprising or hurting anybody physically, but this is psychological warfare that's going on here. Even the marketplace financially, I mean, they talk about bloodbaths, and there's a phrase I heard, the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own blood. So, the whole thing is it's just not to be caught off guard. Don't be surprised when you have a setback. Don't worry so much about setbacks because right now in a time of war, it's like it's going to constantly happen, but you got to be diligent. You got to be just tough. You got to you just not have to worry about so much. Just be happy to be alive and living, taking one day at a time, and figure out a strategy, a plan to stay on focus and target and don't give up. Just keep moving forward. Look for like-minded individuals. Jesus is the Lord. Again, the church is unity. If the church could unify, they could take over the world. That's what I said earlier today to someone. So, but the church is divided too. But that doesn't mean all churches need to be divided within themselves. But it's just, and even I said before about the Tower of Babel, like they united and they were able to do this great thing, but God wasn't pleased. So it wasn't a good thing because they were not really taking God into account. So I would highly recommend trusting the Lord and having your confidence be in Him and not in man, not in institutions, not in government, but having your trust in man and uniting, and that we can accomplish anything together. That's really all I wanted to say, all right? So just be encouraged, have faith, keep fighting the good fight. We're going to get through this, and Jesus is Lord. One day He's going to come back. He's going to rule and reign, and never mind all this negativity, Nancy Pelosi, one world government, because at the end of the day, Jesus is Lord, and He is going to come back, and He's going to rule and reign. But right now, we have to fight. We're in a battle, and don't worry so much about losses. Just keep looking for opportunity, and just have faith. And God's going to get you through. You're going to get through this. All right, God bless you all. Bye.